Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this Back to School Monday. Here are the top stories we're following for you now at noon. A school security guard hit by a car this morning outside of Robinson Elementary. We'll take you live to the scene where police are investigating. Plus, all eyes on Georgia and a possible fourth indictment for former President Trump, rather. We'll have a closer look at the investigation and why this week could be crucial. And a fake Amber Alert is going viral. Later, we verify some of the best ways to spot a scam like that online. But first, meteorologist, whoa, Nathan
It's
Scott.
a Monday, it's okay.
Nathan Scott joins us. Nathan, we have so many babies out there on the playgrounds today. Big day at schools across Central Arkansas. What is it looking like out there?
Good afternoon, Jurnee. Those playgrounds will still be very hot. Got to watch out for the slide, especially if it's metal, because it can still burn you. Temperatures out there this afternoon are heating up here in Central Arkansas, but look at the difference in Northwest Arkansas. It's 92 in Little Rock, 88 in Conway. Then you hop over to Fayetteville and temperatures are only into the mid 70s. Now, that's because we got some clouds in place, but also there's a cold front charging its way through the natural state this afternoon. Feels like numbers. Feels like 107 in Pine Bluff. Feels like 110 in Camden. It feels like 102 in Hot Springs. And we still have excessive heat warnings issued for South and Southeast Arkansas. Heat advisories as close as Grant, Hot Spring, and also Jefferson counties. But that's going to be changing as this cold front continues to march its way down to the south and southeast. Small chance there could be a shower out there. Wide variety of temperatures today. Highs only into the low 80s in North Arkansas to the north of that cold front. Meanwhile, here in Central Arkansas, temperatures will top out into the low to mid 90s, upper 90s down to South Arkansas. But everybody's going to see some cooler and less humid conditions on Tuesday. I'll let you know how low the temperatures will go coming up.
Thank you, Nathan. Well, new at noon, we're learning more about a car crash involving a school security guard. It happened this morning in front of Jurnee Robinson Elementary in Little Rock. THV 11's Rebecca Brown joins us live near the scene. Rebecca, what do we know about what happened at this point?
Yeah, Jurnee, we were told that the crash happened this morning right before drop-off time during the first day of school, where the officer was helping direct traffic. And I'm just going to step out the way for a second. If you take a look behind me, we're right along Highway 10. Not as much traffic as it probably would be at 7 this morning, but this is where the crash took place, right across from Jurnee Robinson Elementary School, and we have the high school across the street. Again, it was the first day of school, but the situation has been cleared since then. But we did speak to Jessica Duff with the communications director for Pulaski County Special School District. She tells us the security guard was hit and then dragged several feet by a car. They were taken to the hospital in critical condition. Duff says what led to the crash is still under investigation by Arkansas State Police. She adds this is an unfortunate situation because the security guard was just doing his job of protecting the students that attend these schools.
These PCSSD security personnel put their life on the line by standing in these roads to direct traffic, and they may not have LRPD or Arkansas State Police written on their chest, but they should still be taken just as seriously.
And we have reached out to Arkansas State Police for any additional information, and we will bring that newest information to you right here on THV11.com. Live in Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, THV 11 News.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Well, safety while driving with the new school year is something we've been stressing for days. Buses in Cabot even have cameras to track cars that pass them while their stop sign is out. But it's not just buses out on the road. Plenty of new drivers are also making the trip to school.
You've got parents taking kids to school during the rush hour and school hour periods. We've got school buses on the road, and we've got a crop of brand new drivers who just got their license over the summer driving themselves.
Now, ahead of the new school year, extra law enforcement was also out this morning. If you're caught illegally passing buses, it can cost you. The fine is between $250 and $1,000, 90 days in jail, or both. In national news, former President Donald Trump could face another indictment in Georgia as soon as this week. Fulton County prosecutors are wrapping up their investigation. It accuses Trump and his allies of an alleged election interference in 2020. Nicole Killian has more on what to expect.
There's an increased security presence outside the Fulton County Courthouse ahead of a potential charging decision this week. District Attorney Fonnie Willis says she's ready to go.
That if someone broke the law in Fulton County, Georgia, that I have a duty to prosecute.
CBS News has learned several witnesses have been subpoenaed to appear before the grand jury, including former Georgia Republican Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, who plans to testify Tuesday. The investigation centers on a January 2, 2021 phone call by then-President Donald Trump to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, seeking to potentially overturn the 2020 election.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
On his Truth Social platform Sunday, Trump continued calling it a perfect phone call. Earlier this year, a special purpose grand jury said it believed perjury was committed by several individuals and recommended the DA seek appropriate indictments.
And you think there could be multiple indictments?
I think there'll be multiple defendants indicted.
Michael Moore is a former U.S. attorney and believes Willis could go further with racketeering charges against the former president and his allies.
It really allows her to talk about, as a prosecutor, everybody's dirty laundry and everybody's dirty conduct, and not just the dirty laundry maybe that the former president may have in his hamper right now.
If the former president is charged and convicted here in Fulton County and he's reelected, he would not be able to pardon himself, since this would be a state case rather than a federal one. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Atlanta.
Tonight, the city of Little Rock will turn to the public for feedback, hosting an open meeting to discuss a sales tax proposal. It's the first of two this week and 7 in total, one for each of the city's wards. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. and the Little Rock Board of Directors want voters to decide on a 1% sales tax increase. The first meeting is at 6 p.m. at Unitarian Universalist Church on Reservoir Road. The next one will be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. at 2nd Baptist downtown. Later today, Pulaski County will host a meeting for the community village in the works. They'll review the plans, provide updates, and discuss the project timeline. The project was announced last year. It would provide affordable, permanent housing to Arkansas's homeless. The community will be located on Greed Road in the southwest area of Pulaski County. The meeting starts at 5:30 p.m. at Longley Baptist Church. Amber Alerts are an important tool to help find missing kids, but are scammers trying to use these alerts to trick you into sharing fake websites? Brandon Lewis from our Verify team explains what that looks like.
Have you seen this post on Facebook? It claims a 5-year-old girl is missing and asks you to share details from an Amber Alert. But here's what's odd. The post is showing up in a number of buy and sell Facebook groups, not where you'd normally expect to see a call for help. One Verify viewer noticed this and asked us to look into it. So let's verify. Are the Facebook posts about missing 5-year-old Bella Heather real? Our sources are a reverse image search using Revi, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the Better Business Bureau, and the Gilbert, Arizona Police Department. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which tracks Amber Alerts nationwide, said there has never been an Amber Alert for a girl named Bella Heather. So we did a reverse image search on Bella's picture and found no results outside of unofficial Facebook posts mentioning the Amber Alert. We did find several versions of the post on Facebook with the same image and grammatical errors and typos, with one glaring difference: the name of the city where she went missing. One version says she went missing in Gilbert, Arizona, so we called the police there, and they said the alert never happened and called the post a scam. We then looked closer at the image and determined it's likely AI generated. The girl's hands are misshapen and the dog's paw is missing details. These are common indicators that a picture was generated using AI. So no, the Facebook posts about missing 5-year-old Bella Heather are not real. So what's actually going on? The BBB says it's likely a bait and switch scam. Scammers want you to share the post on your own profile. Then they change the content of the post. It's already happened with several of the posts about Bella. You can see in the edit history, the text and images have been changed to a scam advertisement about a rent-to-own home. The BBB recommends doing a quick search to see if a child is really missing before sharing an Amber Alert. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
As the death toll continues to rise, Maui's response is now under investigation. The latest details from Hawaii after the break. Nathan?
And we are starting off the new work week, the new school week, with hot and humid conditions, but big changes are in store that you're going to like as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll have more details on that forecast coming up.